It's week 1 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Redwoods and the Armadillos. Next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's the excitement and the hope in these stadiums. Every fan base in the NFL thinks that this is their year, and week 1's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
It is the opener of the 2024 season for these two teams. And off we go on EA Sports. Marcus Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
This is the moment, Mike. He's been working towards this day ever since hearing his name called on draft night, and he's put the work in over the last few months. This franchise clearly feels that he's ready to go. And what did he say to us the other day, Mike? He said, I kind of have to admit, it's going to be surreal walking out on that field to take my first snap as a starting NFL quarterback. And I think once he settles in and gets rid of any early nerves, he's confident that he'll show everybody that he belongs.
Second down and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
16-yard pickup on that one. That's enough for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Stevenson. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Geno Stone with the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. From out of the gun, here's May. He'll find his man, that's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll get this out to the left flat. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Throwing on third down is May. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Sly's kick is good. And the Redwoods will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021. National champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Christian Gonzalez, first rounder out of Oregon. Tight coverage there. Punt team headed out for the Armadillos. Back deep is Marcus Jones. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Redwoods offense going to take over now for the second time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Chris Jenkins there on the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. It's the tight end Henry in motion. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer to punt. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Armadillos offense ready for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll bring up second down. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Jawan Bentley there on the tackle. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Burrow to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1-1, ready? Here we go.
They send a receiver in motion left. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Gun. Dot.
A first down throw for Burrow. In trouble, and down he goes.
Here we go.
He'll get on the football and spike it here.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Redwoods offense make their way out to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now May has completed to Douglas. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is May. Downfield, he's got Bourne. Still on the move. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 85 yards. It's a touchdown. Joey Sly on now for the point after.
Kill. Hey, kill. Got it.
It's up and good. And the Redwoods are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Armadillos offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. So this next drive about to get going. We remind you, coming up later tonight, the regular season premiere of Sunday Night Football. It's a good one. Playoff rematch, Stafford against Goff, the Rams and the Lions from Ford Field. That's at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, we wrap up week 1 with Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers gets another shot at a Monday opener. The Jets and Niners from Santa Clara, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 West Coast time. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Here we go.
They'll send him over to the left. On first down, Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Burrow. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now, Burrow. The middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
The thing that jumps out,
Pulls it in around the 5.
the drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but
The score.
you're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Redwoods offense and Kendrick Bourne back on the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10. Throwing now is May. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Here's May. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. This time they stay on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Bryce Behringer now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Armadillos offense going to take over just before the half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. He'll air one out for Higgins. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. On the return, here's Turpin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Armadillos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Gun.
Now, Burrow. That one finds Chase. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Now a timeout for injury.
Here we go.
Burrow now to throw on first down. That's to his tight end, Eric All. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Algier.
Big-time stop there, Mike, on 3rd down. Now it sets up a 4th down decision for this head coach. Do I want to be aggressive and extend this drive, or am I content just sending out my field goal unit and trying to make this all square? I think at this stage in the second half, tie the game up. Hopefully my defense can get me the ball back and find a way to win here in the second half. So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself in 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll run on 1st down with Stevenson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
To return, it is Turpin. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. A low-scoring game, all tied, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Burrow here on 2nd down. He'll get that to all his tight end.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Gun. Dot.
Here's Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
To the right side here, pass is caught. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Burrow now. A quick slant taken by Chase. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. To throw is Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. Burrow to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Here we go, here we go.
We'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. Algier going to try to bust his way in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Tyler Algier. Touchdown Armadillos. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
On is McPherson for the extra point. He gets it to go. The Armadillos go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Here's second and 2. On the ground, Gibson. Finding room across midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and first down.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Now Gibson. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. May gonna look to throw. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A run here with Stevenson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Another try, second and 10. Gibson. And he's into the end zone. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Redwoods.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game, Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Jamar Chase getting set for their next possession.
Here we go.
This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for second down. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a fourth down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with first and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs. This is importantly stop the clock. Working out of the gun, it's May. That one taken in by Douglas. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. May to the air once more. Will set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to first and 10. On the run is Stevenson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll run with Stevenson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to win the game. So now, a big spot coming here. This one he's gotta have. This kick is good. And the Redwoods move out in front, 20-17. So it's a win for our visitors. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.